Good morning, Form 4. Today we will look at completing the cash payment journal from the salaries journal that you've already done. So this is part 2 of the module for salaries and wages. Please turn to page 233 and we will again be looking at task 9.18. From 9.18 in the salaries journal, you will see that you owe 34,765, being the net salary that we owe our employees. Their deductions to SARS, Step Up Fund and YY Union, as well as to the Pension Fund and the Medical Aid Society and the UIF. The amounts in black indicate the amount that we need to deduct off their salaries, and the amount in red indicates our contributions. We see that we have to pay Bigger Pension Fund 10,125 because we're adding the deduction plus the contribution. So our cash payments journal, we pay our employees what we owe them, meaning the net salary. If you look at the document number, it says BS because we would have deposited that money directly into their bank account, and the bank statement would have reflected that. We're paying SARS by check number 4. So let's just go back to our net salary. Under the name of payee, it says sundry employees because we're adding all the amounts together and we are making one payment. So that is why we're not listing every single employee's name in our cash payments journal. Remember, in big business, if you are employing 100 people, writing down every single name in the cash payments journal is not going to cut it. So you would then add salaries together. We'd also make batch payments from the bank. Therefore, sundry salaries is going to be in the name of payee. Bigger Pension Fund, included in here is the contribution plus the deduction. Remember, in our sundry account, we are now listing not exactly who we are paying, but the account in the ledger that we've already drawn up. We've drawn up an account for creditors for salaries, we've drawn up an account for SARS PAYE, and we've drawn up an account for Bigger Pension Fund. So we are crediting bank and debiting what we're writing in our sundry accounts. Okay, so all the accounts that we've written under the sundry accounts are being debited because we are now paying those liabilities. In our bank column, we are crediting because money is going out of the bank. Let's look at posting to the ledger. There we have our creditors for salaries. Okay, so when we're posting, we are owing those amounts. These are liabilities in the balance sheet account section. We are now going to pay them. So creditors for salaries is going to be debited and our contra account is going to be bank. Same with SARS, Bigger Pension Fund and Oxy Medical Aid Scheme. Step Up Star Fund, still in the balance sheet account section. These are all the amounts that we are owing, and we are now going to pay them, which means that we are debiting Step Up Star Fund and crediting bank. Okay, So we no longer owe these liabilities because we've paid them. Here's your nominal account section. These expenses, these are the expenses in terms of salaries. Remember that the deductions is money that comes off the employee's salary. So that is why under pension fund contribution, you only find the employer's contribution. Same with medical aid and UIF and the skills development levy. This is the amount that the employer contributes towards these funds for the employee. So these are all our expenses. The 47,000 plus the 7,500 plus the 5,000 plus the 350 plus the 375. This is the cost to company. In other words, this is what our employees cost us for the month. This slide indicates a summary of the general ledger in terms of posting from the Salaries journal. So you can make notes in your notebook if you want to. And then this concludes our module on salaries.